Hi, I'm Dave Smith, and I'm one of the gardeners here at St. Andrews, and I want to talk to you about some of my favorite garden tools. And the first one, which is one of the most useful tools in the garden, is the hoe. And I'm sure folks are familiar with the hoe, and it clearly works just like this, but I have a hoe that I think is far superior, and it's called the stirrup hoe. And the beauty of it is it has a sharp edge on both sides, and it can be used to it can go either direction, and the beauty is it just slices the weeds off right below the ground, and so it's not upsetting the biome quite as much, and I can walk around different plants no matter which direction I go. And I can also use it as a little bit of a rake to get those weeds away. But I think you'll find a stirrup hoe is of incredible value, and it's one of the most useful tools in the garden. Okay. So the next tool I want to show you is for composting. And so here we have two compost bins, and if I take the lid off, we can see that you want to keep your compost turned because that's what keeps the process going. Well, there's something that you can use, which is a compost bin turner, and I actually found this in a garage sale. But basically you can see the two wings, and all I do is I just put it directly down into the compost, and then it helps stir it, sometimes over stir it. And this allows me to mix up all the compost in a very short period of time. So the next tool is the broadfork, and you can see it has these 4 tines, and it can be used for 2 purposes in the garden. One is simply to aerate the garden and give it just a little bit of lift like this, which doesn't disrupt the biome, but it clearly helps in loosening up soil so it doesn't get compacted. The other purpose for the broadfork is to actually turn, and so particularly if you've got heavy clay soils or others, you may want to do this. Often the fall is the best time, but you can do it in the spring too. And you can see and then you break up the clods, and you do another one, and you just keep going backwards, and you want to move backwards because you don't want to step on all of your newly turned soil immediately. And so that is the broadfork.
Hi, I'm Audrey Morris. I'm on the Friends of Urban Agriculture Board, and I also garden at First Presbyterian Church. I have 2 favorite tools I'd like to show you. The first is the garden fork. It's very useful. I garden in raised beds, and it can be used to loosen the soil like Dave was showing you, or you can get up a load of compost or whatever. You can use it to shovel with. So you can get under weeds. When you got weeds that have a lot of root structure and stuff, you can loosen up the soil first, and it makes it a lot easier to get them out. The other tool is actually, I have 2 examples. Garden knife. The first one is by A.M. Leonard, which is an Ohio company, and they have a really nice leather holster. And also this orange hilt makes it easy to find in the soil when you leave it behind, which I frequently do. You can see there are measuring marks here up to 6 inches. This notch is great for cutting twine or perhaps a root that gets in your way. And it's got a sawtooth edge here that you can cut some things with also. And then this is another version, the Japanese version, a longer knife and sharper. It also has a sawtooth edge here, and it has markings. So it's about at least 1 inch to 1.5 inches longer than the other one. And so they're very useful. For instance, I've got a dandelion right down here. This dandelion we know has a long taproot, and if you don't get it all, it will grow back. And so you can force the knife in as far as you can and leverage it back. And let's see if I succeeded in, oh well, too much to do, but I think I see no cut off root. I was successful. So it's great in getting roots out. Also, when you're planting seedlings, you can just go like this and boom, and you've got a hole. I learned to love it when gardening at Smithsonian Gardens, hopefully again too when they allow volunteers. So it's just, you can loosen up soil with it. It's just a good all-around tool. Thank you.